Hi all, welcome to the first video in Web Application Penetration Testing course. We will discuss the course outline. This course is divided into 4 parts. The first part we will start to learn about how to build your own virtual testing lab to start to practice what you are learning during this course, because it's recommended to use a testing lab instead of using and trying to practice your knowledge in a production or a real environment to avoid any damages you may made to the production environment. So we will start to learn about how to build your own virtual testing lab by installing Kali Linux virtual machine using VirtualBox and the hypervisor or the virtualization software, or VMware, the alternative for VirtualBox as the virtualization software. Then we will learn about how to install one of the common vulnerable web applications called the Diamond Vulnerable Web Application to start to learn about and simulate the most common cyber attacks against web applications and different cyber attacks. Then we will start to learn about what are the phases of penetration testing from the information gathering and vulnerability assessment and so on, to get a good understanding about how the penetration testing process is done. Then we will have a quick overview on Kali Linux tools, the built-in tools in Kali Linux, which makes the Kali Linux the favorite operating system for penetration testers, because it have a lot of tools that can be used for vulnerability for penetration testing. These tools are categorized, as you can see, for some tools for information gathering, others for vulnerability analysis, exploration tools, and there are some tools for web application analysis and database assessment. We will learn about most of these tools using something like, for example, using network map, using DemMap, one of the tools that is done by open website security project, or OWASP, and the tool that is used for vulnerability assessment, which is Decto, to try to tell you about the vulnerabilities or weaknesses on your websites or plugins. For example, what are the plugins that are out of date and how to fix these vulnerabilities. But also we will discuss the using of Nessus, which is one of the most common vulnerability assessment tool to guide you to detect all the vulnerabilities found on your web application, and to have a very detailed description about the vulnerability and how to fix as well, how to fix these vulnerabilities. Then we will talk about demonstrating some different cyber attacks, which is like cross-site request forgery, cross-site scripting, command execution, and one of the most common attacks, which is SQL injections and the different types of SQL injections. And also we will learn about the password cracking attacks and how to use word list and password lists through brute force attacks. This will be very useful to learn during this course. And the fourth part and the last part in this course will be demonstrating the common penetration testing tools like John the Ripper, which is used for password cracking, Hashcat, which is another tool like the John the Ripper used for password cracking, but it is much powerful because it needs a powerful computer and it is very accurate, more than John the Ripper. Then we will discuss how to use SQL Map, which is one of the tools used for database assessment to check the database is it secure or not, because the database is very important because it stores all the data on for the clients if it is a website for marketing or bank website, for example. So the database and security of the database is very important to us. So we can use SQL Map as a tool for making a database assessment to check the security of the database. Also, we will discuss and learn about using the perp suite, which is a very important tool used in penetration testing to intercept the request between the client and server, try to alter this request and to try to check and get information about session IDs and changing the cookies and so on. different attacks like the bad individual attacks. Different types of these attacks can be used and done through Perpsuit. Also, we'll discuss Metasploit, which is considered as an exploration tool that can be make you check if the vulnerability detected in the aerial phases are exploitable or not. And one of the most common tool, which is Wireshark, used for capturing the traffic and packets running in the network to try to analyze and get some sensitive information like usernames and passwords and so on, and to analyze the traffic and detect any different types of attacks that can take place in your network.